Welcome back to Living Local. A unique Pinewood Derby event is connecting our military veterans with local scouts. The third annual Patriot Derby Challenge creates a friendly competition between our nation's service members and children who have benefited from their service. Joining us today in studio is Michael Carton, Director of Education and Outreach with WQPT, and Shane Kern, Veterans Outreach Program Specialist with the Quad Cities Vet Center. Both of you, thank you so much for coming in today.
Thanks for having us.
Michael, I'll start with you. How did the Patriot Day Derby Challenge come into being?
You know, about 3 or 4 years ago, WQPT hosted the Wall That Heals at Western Illinois University's Quad Cities campus, and Shane was an integral part of that whole event. And he came up to me and pitched an idea for a Pinewood Derby that was, you know, veterans versus scouts. And I said immediately, I want to do that with you. We want to be a part of that. And so we started 3 years ago. I had the first one, and just keep going.
Still keep going. Shane, describe for us how the event actually happens, because maybe not everybody knows exactly what a Pinewood Derby is in the first place.
Right. So back when I was in Scouts 20 years, 30, 40 years ago.
It's okay, not that long ago.
Right. It was a little bit different because now the competition's a lot more fierce. But the day of the tournament, or the day of the event, where the scouts and the veterans will come in, they'll check their car in, they'll get them weighed because this is a competition. But they'll check them in, they'll get registered, and we'll start racing right after everybody gets registered.
So how exactly do the races work? Is it on those where they're like elevated on an inclined plane and go down that way, or
Yes,
what?
sir, and the tracks nowadays are way more far advanced than they were back in the day.
Really? Oh my gosh. All right. Awards, prizes, what do they get? Oh, okay. So now we actually see the tracks. This is what I wanted to see. Oh, those are pretty snazzy. Are there different like rounds and brackets and things like that, or how does that all structure?
So it's structured to have every scout race, every other scout, and the veterans as well. So
Okay.
that we could have like 20 rounds, we could have 30 rounds. Just depends on how many people show up.
Okay. So what actual prizes can you win?
So we have backpack prizes for the kids, and we also have trophies that was donated by Trophy King for the highest placing scout and the highest placing veteran.
Okay. Michael, when does this actually happen?
It happens on February 15th, which is a Saturday, at Western Illinois University's Quad Cities campus at the Riverfront Hall building, which is the one closest to 34th Street in Moline.
Okay, so just a few weeks from now. How many people have you had participate in the past?
You know, we've had, I'd say, about 30 to 40 people in the past. This year we're trying to get a lot more and really get more veterans out. So,
yeah, how can veterans and scouts get involved with this if they want to?
So if a scout's interested, they can ask their scout leader, and they know the information to get in contact with us at the Vet Center program to register.
Oh, Shane, why do you think it's so important for veterans and anyone, well, kids in particular, to interact with each other?
Well, the kids are our future service members of the United States military, and readjusting after a wartime service is different for each person coming back, and being involved with kids, the readjustment process is a little bit easier.
So it's probably important for both the kids to know, you know, what a service member's life is like, life in service is like, but also the service member to interact with the kids too, I'm assuming?
Absolutely.
And both of you, before we wrap up here, what is actually both of your favorite parts about the event? Shane, you want to go first?
My favorite part is absolutely the laughter of the kids and the veterans that happens during the event.
You get a lot of incidents sometimes
The
with
cars
these?
falling off the tracks and tumbling off the tracks, and it's just a lot of fun.
Oh, so does each person like decorate their own car too?
Absolutely.
Does that? Okay, I didn't know that. Do you give out prizes for like best decorated?
That's where the backpacks come in.
Perfect. Michael, last but not least, what's your favorite part of the whole event?
As a veteran, I like the camaraderie that you get by working with other vets, racing other vets. You know, I've been out 20 years, and you know, I don't get that experience very often, and it's fun to race right alongside Shane and some of the other veterans who will be there, and you know, have that camaraderie, and then also work with the kids as well, and compete against them. It's fun.
Absolutely, sounds like an absolutely great time. Both of you, thank you so much for coming in. Michael Carton and Shane Kern there with the Patriot Derby Challenge coming up here in a few weeks in mid-February. If you'd like more information, you can visit the Facebook events page. We'll also have those details posted on our quadcities.com. Stay with us, more Living Locals coming up next.